Hello, this is Carrie with Stampiphany, a great stampin' idea. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really easy pattern background. The sets we're using is Sky is the Limit from our celebration, and we're also going to use a background little piece that's from the Stampin' Kit, and we're going to use both of those to just make a quick, simple, easy background. These are so fun to do, especially if you want to save money on buying pattern paper or anything like that. I just think it's super fast and it's quick. So let's get started. You can see that I've got now here some cardstock and some vellum. That vellum pieces are also from Celebration. So I'm taking this striped square, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep turning it 90 degrees and just go back and forth. It kind of gives this, I don't know, like a weaved basket kind of look, I guess, if you want to go that far. But it's super fast, and I believe the color I'm using is the Delightful Dijon. I'll have a supply list in the bottom, as always. So if you want to know the sizes and things I made. Sorry about the wiggling of the camera, and of course my head in the shot, all my gray hairs. I've got teenagers. That should explain everything. So I've got the background finished, and now I'm just going to stamp the airplane on Very Vanilla. And when you're stamping, when you got a bold stamp like that, remember just to hold it on your cardstock for a few seconds. Give that cardstock a chance to soak that ink up. Here I've got my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig, and with these kind of birthday stamps or any kind of saying stamp that's kind of scripty, sometimes it's hard to stamp them straight, so I decided to use my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig to make sure that I got it straight on the card. I don't get my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig out very often, so those of my customers who come to my classes often know that I must have felt it was important to get out my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig because I'm kind of a lazy stamper. So I'm adding the little cloud trail that is behind the planes. I know there's like an official name for that, and I could ask one of my sons, he would know, but I don't remember what it is. But anyway, it's a cute little heart trail. These little flowers were die cut with the Flower Fair. It's one of our dies. They make fabulous clouds, and so I'm just trimming off the edges here to make it more of a cloud, like, you know, the bottom of a cloud shape. And I'm going to add some vellum, and that's a piece of vanilla. I decided that it was a little bit too large, so I trimmed off a little bit more in these little cloud shapes, and now I'm just arranging them on my cardstock. I thought I'd use a small piece, but as you can see, I decided, nah, I don't need it. So now I'm just going to add the tape. Now what I'm doing here is just making sure that the tape behind the vellum is hidden, either by another piece or by the plane or whatever. So that way you don't see the adhesive behind there. So now I'm just kind of arranging it how I want it to look, and now it's time to cut out the plane. So after I get this cut out, I'm going to put a few dimensionals in the back, and I will put a few more than probably you think is necessary, but I really want to make sure that it hooks onto that cloud and keeps that other cloud together. As you can see here, I like it, and then I decide, because that front cloud is a different level as the Very Vanilla one because of the dimensionals, and you'll see here I'll kind of tear it off and fix that because it kind of looked wonky when it was on the front of the card, and I didn't like how it looked. So I'm just going to tear that off carefully, and then what I'll do is just flip that cloud over. If you tear really slow, if you haven't pressed hard, you should be okay. At least I got lucky in this case. But anyway, I just flipped it over, and then that plane will hide those two dimensionals and put that on there. So this card was a super fast, easy one to put together. You can see I started on the back and it was going crooked, so that's the nice thing about cardstock. There's two sides, so you can always flip it over and try again. So I liked the colors of this card. I think this card would make a great masculine card for a dad or a brother or uncle or whoever. I hope you really liked it, and I hope you give it a try. Try a little stamp and make your own pattern paper. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you later.